Wonderful. It's 11:05 and I think we can start. A wonderful good morning to everyone who's here. Um, and our speaker is here with us too. So my name is Harshit. I'll be moderating this session. I'm one of the conveners of the We Speak Club here at IIT Bombay. A speaker with us here today is Mr. Divas Gupta. He's the first ever Ikigai coach in the country and the founder of Ikigai Learning. His firm offers skill-based solutions to students to provide them with the life skills and all the speaking skills that's necessary for you to create careers of your own choice. Apart from that, as a speaker and a trainer, he's also had 12 plus years of experience coaching people ranging from like alumni of Oxford, IIT, and places like that to Fortune 500 company executives. And he's also won the Toastmasters International Prepared Speech Contest at the age of 22. Today's session is going to be about how you can speak like a pro, and it's going to cover one of the most important aspects of public speaking, right? How you can overcome things like anxiety when you go up and speak on that stage. Hopefully, by the end of the session, Mr. Divas Gupta will give you the tips that you need to integrate into your speeches in order to speak like a pro. Over to the speaker to start the session.
Thank you so much for your wonderful words. Means a lot. It's an absolute delight to be here this morning with all of you out here. Wow. Thank you so much for having me here. I love asking questions, and this morning would be no different. So how many of you have fear of public speaking? Type in I. Let's use our fingers this morning and let me know how many of you have this fear of public speaking. Whenever you go on any stage or any presentation or any talk to anyone, you have this butterflies, making you feel a bit anxious. Oh yes, we say I. Great. I love the response. Good, good, good. And how many of you dream to be on a stage like this, or maybe bigger than this? Just type in me. It's me who wants to be there. I want dreamers, not daydreamers, who really want to be on a stage and want to be heard when they speak. The universe is listening, okay? So make a wish, make a wish. You never know how things turn in your favor. All right. And how many of you really want to grow in your career by show of hands? Raise your hands if you really want to grow in your career. Okay, we have a digital hand. You can always use that. Oh, yes. All right, interesting. However, I have a concern that in spite of asking for all this, why? Why is it that we are unable to speak? Why is it that we attempt to go up on the stage and try to communicate, but then there is something stopping us from within, or something is going on? I would like to know what has been your why, your reason which has stopped you from expressing yourself. You would have missed a lot of opportunities because of that why. I would like to know. Go ahead, let me know. Okay. Stuti Goel says, fear of being judged. Shashwat says, arbitrary social judgment. Yash, what others would say. Stuti says, fear of making mistakes, fear of failing, lack of confidence, says Charul. And fear of being judged, fear of forgetting or going blank. Is it Alzheimer? No, Rucha. A fear of fear. This is interesting. Fear of fear. Okay. Self-doubt of bluffing. Alok, this is interesting. We need to go deeper into this. I would want everyone to have a look at the chat section and just have a look at the kind of reasons we have which is stopping us from expressing ourselves. Fear of tarnishing reputation. Thank you so much, Ashwath, for bringing this up. I feel out of content while speaking, but I can write a lot. Okay, that's interesting. Like blank out is imposter syndrome for Bhavya. Not able to communicate idea to public. All right, that's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing your perspectives and your reasons. Now, the primary reason, or what is the major reason, we would go deeper into it and discuss what could be a possibility. Now, you'll be wondering that, okay, who is this guy who showed up this morning? And, Harshit, who was introducing, who is this guy who showed up this morning? So what Harshit said, it's a brief snapshot of where I come from, so that it is known and we're on the same page. So that has been the journey so far, as Harshit was sharing. I was never born as a public speaker, which people think that, oh, Devas, you were born as a speaker. I was someone who could not even speak my name properly. And that has been my snapshot, as mentioned by Harshit. Had a privilege to work with these brands, the best of the academia, the best of the industry, the best of the government. And right from these organizations to recruiting at the IIM and coaching some professionals from across the globe and coaching some senior professionals, including the president awardee or the MDs and the VPs and the alumni from the Oxford, and some great minds from across the country, some IITs just like you, some corporate trainings, some grid addresses, and that's it. I'd like to share one thing with you. As I remember that where I come from, we often think that people are born speakers. People are born speakers. Whenever I get this from the audience that, hey, you have this by default, I'm an introvert, Devas, I can never be a good speaker. And you ought to be an extrovert to be a good speaker. I tell them that whenever I was in my school days, I used to hate. 5, 4, 3. Okay, I love the DJ in the house. So DJ, please check your audio settings. Harshad, please take charge of the participants out here. Thanks, appreciate it. So back in my school days, I was always trying to avoid going to school in the first week of April. Every single year, and mom, dad, I don't want to go to school in the first week of April. Can you guess why? Why I was refraining from going to school in the first week of April? Every single year, there was something that was going on, and I was like, no, I don't want to go there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Fear of chaotic unknown, introduction. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Every single year, there used to be this class teacher who used to say, "Welcome, everyone. It's a new academic session, and let's introduce each other." And I was like, damn. Still, I used to wait for my turn. Just look at her. She says, "Okay, we'll start it from here." And I'm like, "From where?" 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fifth was me who was supposed to speak. I got up from my seat, looked at everyone, gathered courage, and then said, good morning. My name is Divas Gupta. Yes, that was me who could not even speak his name properly back in his childhood. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating. And I can, your self-esteem was shattered. It was into pieces. The learning being out here that people often perceive at the face of it that, oh, I am born differently, or people who are speakers, they have something in them. No, it's all about a skill. Public speaking is not a talent, it's a skill which you need to learn. So, anyways, that's one part of it. Which book would you choose? The one on the left or the one on your right? Just make a preference in the comment section. Which book would you choose? The one on the left, make it L or R. Let's see. Which book would you prefer? L or R? Okay. So majority of us are preferring the one on the left. Yes, Harshit? Say yes. You can be my validator that yes, because we don't have a poll over here. So yes, we have our judge out here. So Harshit says yes, it's on the left and one based on aesthetics. Okay, Likshaswar. How about this one? Which book would you prefer? The one on the left or on the right? L or R? Make a choice. Oh yes, oh yes. It's a unanimous right. It's a unanimous right. Interesting. Surprisingly, Mohit, you're replying to me only. Let's change the chat setting and reply to everyone, buddy. That'll be great. Interesting. How about this one? Which book would you prefer? The one on the left or on the right? Make a choice. Oh my God. Nobody loves snakes out. Like, early in the morning, you're like serving us snakes. So yes, a lot of us choose left. Some of us choose right also, but majority of us choose left. I would like to know why. Why did we choose these following books? Yeah, let me know. Anyone would love to give an answer that why do we judge or how do we decide? So yes, how do you judge? Book cover looks appealing, okay? Because we have read some of them. The presentation, the title, the cover page was nice. Attractive front page, attractive title and font. In the absence of reviews, we judge by visual appeal. Absolutely. One because of aesthetic, another one due to the name. Absolutely. We were judging based upon the cover. Yes or no? It's rightly said when we fly when you go to an airport, we have a lot of books out there. And we choose, okay, yeah, this book looks nice. This book looks nice. And we happen to judge by the cover. Now, we have a lot of quotes on the social media where people say, don't judge anyone. It's bad. Don't judge anyone. You say, no, I don't judge anyone. I don't judge anyone. But the fact is that, yes, when someone judges us, we feel bad. We feel insecure. We feel like, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. But the hard fact is that we all judge and we have to judge. Do you agree with this? We have to judge because we have so many data facts around us. We have to make sense of this world. Like right now, you all are judging me. You might say yes or no, but you all are judging me that, hey, it's been 17 minutes. What is he doing? Why is he so energetic? Is he on drugs? Why is he jumping here and there? What is wrong with him? That could be a perception for some. Why is he dressed up like this? Does he normally dress up like this? All those questions would be there in the minds of the viewers or listeners. Getting it? Are you with me? Are you with me? That how we judge, we have to judge because we have to make sense out of this world. So let's accept it that we would be judged. Yes, as per the social media codes, we should not judge a person by their looks or blah, 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 blah. But certainly people would judge you because they have to make sense out of the world. Now, if it is a transactional relationship, then it barely matters. It barely matters. Now, what is a transactional relationship? If you are in Delhi, in Chandni Chowk, or maybe any crowded place where you meet so many people, right? There's a big crowd and you just come across people, you're not affected by them. But when you have someone who is close to you or who is noticing every aspect of you, then you become conscious. Then you feel, oh my God, I'm not feeling comfortable because people are judging me. If it is for a short duration, we're completely okay with that. But then if it is for a longer time, then we feel that something is I'm not okay with. The book that I shared previously, Everything I Know About Women, I Learned from My Tractor. As per research, it says that this is the worst design or one of the first design covers which you've ever had. Now, certainly, a bad cover signals poor quality, and that's how we make a judgment. That's how we make a judgment. However, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. A bad cover may signal poor quality, but that's not the truth. Yes or no? There could be a case where the cover looks appealing, but the book is bad, or vice versa. Let's look at a few examples. Who do you think this man would be? Any guesses? Okay, so Mansi says Gunda. Yeah, she's gangster, thief, maybe cool biker, bike club, bike gang, pirate. Okay, that's interesting. Artist. Harshada says Gunda. Okay, I like this word. Okay, interesting. So this man out here appears to be a thug, right, or a Gunda, but we don't know the backstory. What he does. But it's a snap judgment. It's a snap judgment that comes into picture. How about this man? I see some smile on the screen. Yeah. Working in saloon. Okay. Womanizer. Chocolatey boy. Okay. A model. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he appears to be a sexist, the way he appears and the kind of look that he has could be. But maybe this is the backstory. Getting it? That how we judge one image for everyone, but then we have so many different ways of looking at it. That's the backstory. How about this one? Now you guys are smart enough to gauge what the story would be. It would not be as it appears to be. She might look as a drug addict, maybe the hairdo or the piercing. Supreet says teacher. Seriously, do we get such teachers? I would love to be in that class. All right. So a rough girl says Harshita. That's a perception. Great. Could be. This is her personal and professional life. So getting it, that we are all judging based upon the first appearance. Perhaps last few, Come on, quick. Someone who could not crack IIT. Yeah. Yeah, a confused kid, a backbencher, a non-IITian. Yeah. Nobita type student. All right. Okay. Yeah, we might say that, oh, he is confused. He doesn't know much about numbers, but maybe he's a great artist. That's the other side of the story. So the point being, we need to understand that how we tend to judge. When I see students, when I see professionals feeling insecure or having this fear of being judged, let's ask ourselves that why do we have this fear of being judged? We have this fear of being judged because we have a negative self-image. We have a negative self-image about ourselves. How many of you think that, yeah, that's true? If you just go deeper and analyze that, is it true? How we look at ourselves. How we look at ourselves. You know what? We discussed that we judge a book by its cover. This is our cover when we go and present. If someone would judge us, we would feel bad. We would have this fear when the cover represents the book. Take a moment to internalize this. When the cover represents the book, that is when you will feel hurt. That is when you would feel uncomfortable. For example, if I say that, Harshit, you are a Superman. You see, Harshit smiles. I say, are you kidding me? Seriously? I am just doing my work. I'm not a Superman, right? Yes, Harshit?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
You just like laugh it off because that's not how you see yourself. That's not how you see yourself. So you would laugh it off. However, if I say, Harshit, this beard looks weird on your face. The smile of yours looks like creepy to me. That might make you doubt, hey, there's a beard on my face and the person is judging my appearance. Yeah. If you feel insecure about your looks, about yourself, you would get hurt. So we often say that people judge us. We have this fear of being judged. The fact is that we judge ourselves. Take a moment to internalize this. We judge ourselves. The way we appear, the way we look, we have all these insecurities around us. How many of us have ever experienced something similar where you were about to speak on a stage? When I say a stage, it does not mean a raised platform holding a mic in your hand as a spotlight focusing on when thousands of eyes popped out. No, that's not a stage. A stage can be any place where you express yourself. It can be in a meeting, in a conference, in a class, talking to your seniors, talking to your for the internships or interviewers, anyone. Getting it? We happen to judge ourselves. How? Oh, I have a dark skin color. Oh, I wear glasses. Oh, I have braces in my out here. Oh, I'm so short in height. Oh, I'm so obese. Oh, like they'll be all laughing at me. Oh, the way I speak in English, it's like from a vernacular medium background, not got like a chance to speak in English and whatnot. All this is going on over here. Yes, nobody can hear you. It's you who can hear your voice loud and clear. When I used to stammer back in my childhood, if someone said, hey, Devas, first of all, learn how to speak. Beep, 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 stammer. I used to feel hurt because I was judging myself. I knew that, yes, they are pointing out at something which I am insecure. But today, if someone says, hey, look at yourself, I'm like, it's okay. Getting it? Accepting your flaws. Believe me, you go on any stage, you will often have this self-doubt that what is my self-worth? We all have this kaba. What is kaba? CABA. Chota and bada aadmi. So when we meet someone who is a bada aadmi, as in maybe in your case, an interviewer, a professor, dean, HR, investor, whatever, he's a bada aadmi, right? But talking to maybe a security guard, maybe a waiter, that is for some people a chota, and not socially, but still it's a perception in people's mind that they can talk to those people very easily. Look at yourself. When you talk to someone who is as per you a chota aadmi, your self-worth goes over here. Yes or no? But the same person talking to someone who is senior, someone who is having power, having authority, having some degrees which are like, oh my God, look at this person, we feel a bit shaky. What has changed? The same person who was having a higher self-worth in front of someone who was a chota aadmi, you feel like a minnow, you feel like I don't stand anywhere in front of the bada aadmi. And that is because of relative self-worth. You know what? When I had this session, when Naren says that the session should be on speak like a pro, I asked myself that what is it that makes someone speak like a pro? I can discuss about all the vocal variety, body language, intonation, pause, pitch, everything. That is one part of it. That is external communication. What is missing is internal communication. What you say to yourself over here. Before you go on stage, do you say this to yourself? I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling nervous. I don't know what will happen. What if I go blank? What will she say? How will I look? I think they will all laugh at me. Have you ever heard these voices in your head? Yes or no? Give me a heads up in the chat section. Yes. Nobody can hear that voice. It's all about internal communication, what you say to yourself, and that makes a difference. If you look at any pro speaker, he would have a very strong self-talk. What you say to yourself. What you say to yourself. It is not about the accent. It is not about the pronunciation. It's not about the words that you choose. It is not about being the next Shashi Tharoor. No, it's completely okay with your choice of words. What matters is what you say to yourself before you go on any stage. So I want you, when you go on any stage, now you know what a stage means. It can be a group of 5 people or 500, barely matters. You say this to yourself that I'm great, I'm phenomenal. So when you ask yourself that, who are you? What do you say? I'm great. Who are you? I'm phenomenal. Who are you? I am unstoppable. Who are you? I am productive. Who are you? I am a champion. I want every one of you to say this out loud and clear and write in the comment section. Say this to yourself. Create this new voice that, yes, I am a champion. I am unstoppable. I am super awesome. Say this to yourself. These self-talk, these affirmations would make a huge difference over here. Else, you'll always have this negative voice from the outside world governing you. Number one reason for everyone is fear of being judged. What if the world doesn't accept me? Fear of being rejected. Because we don't accept ourselves. The day we accept our flaws, we don't give a damn to what people around us say. Yeah, whatever words work for you. You go on any stage. Before that, have a conversation with yourself. Have a talk to yourself that, yes, I am great. I am phenomenal. I am a champion. So who are we? Who are we? I am a champion, okay? Who are we? I am unstoppable. Who are we? I am simply amazing. Say this to yourself. It brings a big, big shift. Absolutely, Shivangi. You say that feels so good to even type this. We'll do wonders if we actually feel it. Shivangi, don't give a damn to the person on your left and right that, oh my God, what would my parents think? Have I gone like crazy? Saying this out loud, looking at the screen, big deal. You are giving yourself a priority. You are giving yourself a priority. This is a shift. How many of you agree with this? The statement on the screen. Yeah. We hate being judged by others because it exposes us to ourselves, not to anyone else. It exposes us to ourselves. So the question comes, Divas, all this is fine. How do I build my self-worth? What should I do apart from these positive statements? What should I do? On a piece of paper, write down these things, okay? What do you think of yourself? The 3 points, okay? Go ahead. How do you think of yourself? Take a moment. Currently, how do you think of yourself? When you are done, let me know. Shubhendu will pick up these questions in the Q&A, right? Let's park this question and bring this up when we go for a Q&A. So how do you think of yourself? Number one, okay? Just quickly do it. Next, how do others see you? How do others see you? Just be honest. You need not write in the comment section, completely your choice. Out here, we're not justifying it to anyone that, I'll get the brownie points. I'll get the appreciation. No, barely matters. How do others see you? Take a moment and write it down. It's a self-analysis, introspection. How do others see you? Go ahead. Go ahead. How do others see you? Is it done? Okay, Tushar. Fair enough. Okay, Pranav. Harshita, Ayushi. Fair enough. All right. And how do you like to see yourself? That's the future aspect. How do you like to see yourself? Quickly mention the points. How would you like to see yourself? We say that I would like to see myself as a confident speaker. I would like to see myself as a problem solver. I would like to see myself as a honest hard worker, says Prakash. Then act as if you are one. Note these 3 words, act as if. We often think that someday I'll become a leader, then I'll showcase leadership skills. Someday I'll become a great speaker, then I'll start speaking well. Let's act as if I am a great speaker. Let's act as if I am a leader. That brings in a change. We often delay that someday I'll get a title, then I'll act. No. Okay, interesting. I want you to list down 10 things you love about yourself. That's how you improve your self-worth. That's how you improve your self-worth. When you list down 10 things you love about yourself, at least 10 things. You might have never given this thought that what things are good about me. You'll say, oh, I'm just like everyone. Observe your face, look at your face, observe those details about yourself, and list down the 10 things you love about yourself. Go ahead. It's time that you go deeper and find your strength. It can be anything. It can be anything. 10 things you love about yourself. Go ahead. Sometimes we don't express gratitude for what we have. And that's why we feel restless. We tend to compare ourselves with other people. Yeah. We don't find that, okay, I have great things about or than me, which I can be happy with. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. 10 things you love about yourself. Once you're done, give me a heads up. Once you do this, then go for the next part, whereby 10 skills you love about yourself. We often underestimate that, oh, look at him, he's a rank 1. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, look at the way she solves a code, or whatever the problem is. So 10 skills you love about yourself. Go ahead, go ahead. It's for you. It's for you to know. And then you build on it. This is just 10. When I was doing this exercise, I had a huge list. Just refer whenever I used to feel low about myself. So 10 skills you love about yourself. Go ahead. Okay. Simplicity, humble, eagerness towards my likings, affection towards society, awareness and care to subordinates, good relationship man, developing quick contact, dedicated, humor, morally good, dedicated, easy satisfaction, good listener, empathetic. Good, good, good. Mohit, you stop at 7. Go for 10 at least. You might feel that, yeah, I just think of 5 or 6. But you have to make this list to at least 100. That's your goal. Right, so 10 skills you love about yourself. Go ahead and explore. What skills do I have? Something which you feel is basic as per you is a great thing as per others. You tend to compare yourself with the topper in your class. I wonder. Are you done? The 10 skills that you have. It can be people skills, technical skills, or any other skill. Okay. Next, list down 5 people who have helped you. So, you are worthy enough if someone dared to help you. Else, if you're not worthy enough, if you're not that great, nobody would have helped you. So list down the 5 people who have helped you. You are worthy enough of being helped. Feel thankful. List on the 5 names. Do it. 5 people who have helped you. Quick. Write the name, write the name. Don't just say friends or teachers. Be specific. Be specific. Those 5 people who have helped you. Okay. Even this is a blessing. When you think that, yes, I am worthy of being helped, your self-worth gets better. Else you'll always feel hollow, that I don't stand anywhere. This is all about internal communication, that how you build yourself from within. The confidence, people say that, Devas, how do I get this confidence? Like, you can't get it from Amazon that, okay, add to cart, buy now. You have to build it, you have to cultivate it. And this is the process. This is the process of being self-aware and counting your blessing that, yes, I'm great. I have some flaws, but I'm awesome with my flaws. So the word is not awesome, it is flossom. Yeah, the word behind me, it should be flossom. Stay flossom. Important. I think we are obsessed with perfectionism. Yes or no? We have to have a perfect code. I like get that technically, or the codes that you would build, or whatever things you would do as an engineer, that has to be perfect. It's on a code. However, as humans, you cannot be a perfect person, and that is where we go wrong. We like try to see ourselves as someone on the street. That's where we goof up. Okay, interesting. We are done with the 5 people who have helped you. Last one. 5 people whom you have helped. Were you that great? Were you that courteous of help for coming ahead and helping people? Go ahead. 5 people whom you have helped. Do it. Feel grateful. See a shift in the way you see yourself. How big should the help be? It can be as basic as just being there for someone when he was low on energy. As basic. It need not be something like, you are the one who donated like plasma. That is one of its kind. It can be as basic as anything. Feel grateful. Your self-worth. Mind you, this fear of being judged will always be there if you do not raise your self-worth. Because Piyush says, help many students writing codes. Good enough. Good enough. You know what? When you go on the stage and speak, you remember all these things. This is more like a hard disk, right? It has all the instances stored right from our childhood. Yes or no? You'd be remembering some instances where you went on the stage and you goofed up, you forgot some lines and someone was laughing at you. Or you were dancing on stage and somehow you slipped and everyone was mocking at you and you feel insecure. And that snapshot was captured in your head. So whenever you go on the stage next time, the mind refers the data set, the past data set, and makes you aware that, hey, the last time you tried this, you goofed up. So to avoid embarrassment, because that's how mind works. Mind always tries to save you from danger, from threat. And it refers to a past data set, hey, last time you tried this, you goofed up. And you feel, okay. You work in a presentation as a team, but then you allow someone else to present. Does it happen? And when that someone gets the appreciation, gets the, all the eyeballs, you feel jealous. I worked for it, damn it. And he gets the appreciation. He is teacher's favorite, He's always been a bootlicker and always been trying to woo the teacher. That's why he gets internal marks. Yeah. But having the courage to present. How many of you agree that visibility is the key to grow in the organization or anywhere? You're good, but you ought to be visible in the organization. You have a skill set, that's one part of it. Your core competency is there, but how much visible you are would make a difference, at least in this world. In this world. So if you're expecting that someone will come and serve that, sir, you haven't spoken so far. Sir. Please share your perspective, sir. They're like, we don't give a damn. Either speak up or get lost. That's how the world works, sadly. So it's really important for us to be heard. Yes. So the 5 people whom you have helped. Is it done? So how do we see ourselves? That's the question. How do we see ourselves? We see ourselves like a Superman. Yes, we don't wear our underwear over our trousers, but still, we see ourselves as a Superman. Can we think like that? Can you now dare to think like a Superman? Embracing your flaws, accepting your flaws, reminding yourself of what you have done so far, reminding yourself of all that you have accomplished, reminding yourself, is it an ordinary thing to be in IIT Bombay? Let me know. It's like, oh, Devas, what's the big deal? Everyone around me is like from IIT Bombay. Yeah, I know. This is like 100 people out here live. Is it a big deal? I'm sure if you remember your class 12, you'll be like, oh my God, I have to get into IIT Bombay. Now you are in over here. Oh, what's the big deal? Now it's about getting the best offer. That will determine my self-worth. Seriously. When do you plan to, or the moment you finish your like engineering, you'll say, no, I should write my GMAT or GRE or CAT. That will define my self-worth. We are all IITians. What's the big deal? Self-worth is if you raise a funding of these many, the US dollars, that will determine my like self-worth. Oh, look at him, Series A, Series B. I'm stuck. No self-worth. Getting it? Yes, it will go on and on. Look, absolutely. You will always have this feeling of insecure that I don't stand anywhere. I'm not worthy of anything. But the moment you look back at what you have accomplished so far, you feel privileged. That yes, I have accomplished so many things, and that would give you the confidence. Your looks cannot change, right? Your skin color cannot change. But if you always feel insecure about the way you look or the way you speak, rather refer the data set which makes you feel empowered. That's where the game changes. Understand this. If you're constantly referring that data which makes you feel low, you're doomed. You're doomed. So yes, I morphed this image to this one. Now it's your turn to be the Superman or the Superwoman. Completely okay. It's important. How you see yourself, that matters the most. If you get this thing right, overcoming fear of being judged is gone. Then you pick up any accent, you refer any script, your Toastmasters, you refer Mr. Obama's speech or anything. That confidence to go on the stage and greet everyone with a smile, that would happen. That would happen. You must have seen when people go on the stage, they're feeling so shaky. It's like so nervous. And they'll say, hello, everyone. Welcome to this session. Today, I'll talk about how to communicate effectively. So, okay, let us get started. Okay. And the audience is like, what's wrong with this man? When you go on the stage, whenever you go on any stage, do not start like this. Rather, go on the stage, look at everyone with their eyes and smile. Kill them with your smile, kill them with your confidence. And right now, as I look at all of you, that's through this one tiny hole. You get the eye contact? If I look here or here or here, you'll miss the eye contact. But the moment I look over here, you feel that, hey, there's a connect. There's a connect. Do you see that? The change. If I look over here and if I look over here. Getting it? So this is a virtual connection. When you go for a physical presentation over there, it's really important for you to connect with your eyes. What happens when someone is nervous or scared? He prefers to scratch his nose or look at the roof or play with the watch or do some crazy stuff, play with the pen. It's easily gauged. The person is nervous. Are you with me? Makes sense? right? So the first impression that we tend to create on others, that's not what we think. The first impression that we create is on ourselves. What we say to ourselves, that would make a difference. The rest is easy. We can any day cover the dynamics of your body language expression, what gesture should be there. That's easy. That's voice and all. We can always do that. Mindset is important. Mindset is important. All right. So on this note, let me open the platform for your questions. So whatever questions you have, please shoot. I'll be happy to answer. So Mohit, Harshit, how do we do it? Do we unmute themselves, or I'm completely okay with any way you prefer? Let me know.
I think it'd be great if people could raise their hands, and then we could call out that particular person to unmute and ask the questions, and then that would be interactive.
Perfect. So who goes first? You can raise your hand, and then we can unmute you. If that works, yeah. Shashwat. Okay, Shashwat, we bring you on board.
Hi, Divas. Am I audible?
Yes, it's very much audible, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about do you have a certain list of low-hanging fruits that we could actually start implementing right off the bat? So you talked about mindset a lot, and I think it's really important. But coming to the execution aspect of it, do you have, let's say, 5 to 6 good tips that you can give us so that we could improve our natural speaking ability in like 2 to 3 sessions or something?
Sure. Talking about, so Shashwat, when you say that the quick tips and techniques, what tips do you want around voice, around body language? What do you want? I'll guide you.
I would be looking at the voice more because we are in a virtual environment right now. Physical body language is also a great thing, but when we start actually going in physical meetings and stuff, then it would be more important. So it would be good if you could focus on the voice.
Sure. Shashwat, sorry. Something called as intonation, the rise and fall of your voice. When someone communicates, we have one style of speaking in one flat tone. That, hello Divas, today we welcome you at IIT Bombay, and we are super happy to be here with you. And the crowd is really energetic, so are we. And we look forward to have a great session with you. I'm like, why is this person so serious? Getting it? On the other hand, when you show that, hey Devas, welcome to IIT Bombay, it's an absolute delight to have you over here. That's an expression. So I see a lot of people when they communicate using their voice. For example, right now, if I turn off my video, if you just get to hear my voice, how do I sound like now? Do I feel happy? Do I feel charged up? Yes, I'm feeling really charged up. The day has been good so far. There has been so much of energy in the house. I feel so delighted. Getting it? The difference. On the other hand, if I have to sound happy, I can say, oh my God, it's an absolute delight to be here. It feels so good to be here. Beautiful session so far. Love the engagement, love the energy. Getting it? Right? So expression in the voice. I am deliberately focusing on the rise and fall of my voice. For example, if I have to narrate an experience, how I felt, and I want the audience to feel the same. I want the audience to feel the same. Right? I went to Ladakh and I say, oh, the Pangong Lake was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm emphasizing on the word beautiful. That yes, it was beautiful. If I say the Pangong Lake was beautiful, you must definitely go there. It's a nice experience. Would you go there? You'd be like, I'll think about it. But the moment you emphasize on certain words, that changes the game. Shashwat, getting it?
Yeah, it was great seeing you switch gears. And the transformation was completely amazing. Even when you switched off the video, I could feel the great shift between the energy of your voice and there was no disconnect between what you were saying and the energy that was coming out of it. That's great, man. Yeah.
Right. That's what you mentioned about energy. Let me help you with one more tip for energy. How do you bring in this energy? I see some speakers who try really hard, but they're not able to bring in that energy. Number one, keep it light. Keep it light. Don't eat much before your presentation. Whenever I have my sessions, I'll prefer to just eat fruits in the morning. That's where you speak from a diaphragm, right over here. This is where you speak from. And that is where the throw of your voice makes a difference. So try doing it. Try breathing from the diaphragm, and you will see an impact in your voice, right? That is one aspect of your voice. Secondly, for the sake of clarity, we often think that the faster I would speak, the better it would be for me. Or I would be perceived as a cool speaker if I speak really fast. There's something called as ROS, rate of speech. How many words you speak per minute? If right now I take a pause and speak, you're curious what will come next. I don't know what I have to say next, but this pause has been deliberately taken to draw your attention. Getting it? The power of pauses, that how you take a pause to draw the attention. We sometimes speak in that one go, and we feel that would be the appropriate way to speak. No. You need to understand that the rate of speech should be in the range of 120 to 150 words per minute. If you give a pause, it draws attention. And when I say pause, pause does not mean no. These are like fillers. These are fillers. We think that I'm thinking over here, so let that sound cover up for the silence. Does it happen? When we are thinking about something, we try to say, fillers. They're all fillers out here. Instead of fillers, prefer silence. Shubhendu says how to avoid fillers. Shubhendu, one simple technique, replace fillers with silence. The moment you have silence, there's no jarring sound. Right now, instead of saying there is no jarring sound, if I say there is no jarring sound, that's much better. Much better. You catch that, okay, what comes next? What comes next? But there are people who say, so today I'll present about, that's irritating. Make sense? Shashwat, I believe this would be of help.
Incredibly helpful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, so we have Sumit raising his hand. Yes, Sumit, please shoot.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
So, can you
afternoon,
please tell me how did you get rid of your stammering? Because the same problem
see that.
I have.
Got it. Sumit, I went through a speech therapy back in my childhood, and that's one process which I went through. One quick tip for you, which I can give you right over here, because I do feel the challenge that you would be facing as you would communicate with people around you. Your breathing pattern, Sumit. Right now, keep your hand on your stomach and let me know when you breathe in, does your stomach go in or out? Quick.
No.
No. I mean, does it go in or out? Just give me an answer.
It
when you
out.
breathe in, sorry?
It goes out. When
it goes out. When you breathe in, and when you exhale?
Yeah, in.
Are you sure?
No. After just breathing out, there's no not much change in this cycle.
Okay. So when we stammer, when we stutter, the problem is with breathing. Number one reason is the breathing. Right now, if I'll exhale all my air, and then if I speak, try doing it. Let's inhale, okay? And when you exhale, then you try to speak. Possible?
Yeah, it's possible to speak. Quite
Okay. Let me repeat for you. When you exhale, okay, when you have exhaled all the air, can you speak? Can you speak while inhaling?
No, it's quite tough.
Absolutely tough. That is where we stutterers go wrong. We're like, my name is it goes for toss, right? So one thing is that whenever you are speaking, you need to follow your breathing pattern, that when you exhale, then you speak. Like, hi, my name is Sumit. Getting it? When I'm exhaling, only then I'm speaking. So try it out. You'll feel a big change. Again, there is a process to it. If you're keen, you can always contact me for that. I can just give you a quick tip that how it works. When you exhale, then you speak. Second thing which you can try is focusing on your lip movements. Try doing that. When you speak, everyone can try that. For the sake of clarity of speech, like right now when I talk to all of you, I focus on my lip movements. And that brings in clarity of speech. You will open your mouth, your cheek muscles, your lower jaw. Try doing it, Sumit. You will see a difference when you speak. Focus on every syllable, every sound. The word is beautiful, beautiful. It has 3 distinct sounds, 3 distinct syllables. Sumit.
Yes.
Yes. Do you like try this?
Yeah. So can you please repeat the words?
Words as in?
Means what I have to speak.
Okay. So Sumit, this is the technique is that whenever you would speak, you would focus on the lip movements. There is any word, you have syllables. Sumit, it has 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Harshit, beautiful, it has 3 syllables. Getting it? So
yes.
Divide the word into its constituent syllables and then speak up. That's one more technique. Again, it is a process of speech therapy, which I would recommend you to go for. Else, it would be a challenge. Your breathing pattern is a bit of a challenge as of now, which I can gauge while listening to you. And also, there'll be certain words, I'm sure, right? In the entire list of words, maybe there's like or the or the or sh. Yes, Sumit, do you have such words where you get stuck more often?
Yes, sir. There are
Right.
many words.
Yeah. So be happy to help. I mean, you can always connect with me. Be happy to connect with you and guide you how it has to be done. Don't ignore it.
Thank you, sir.
There's one question. Oh, I'm really sorry, you cut him off.
Yes, Harshit, please.
There's one question on chat that seems interesting. So someone had asked, how do you separate confidence from overconfidence? So I think this comes from the part of the session where we were talking about like insecurities and like shedding insecurities. So how do we differentiate between confidence and overconfidence in that setting?
Overconfidence would be a scenario whereby you're not mindful of what is happening within you. Right?
Yeah.
For some people, it would be like, oh, this is too much of confidence. this is not normal as per some people, and they will label it as overconfidence. Or I would say that when you go on that stage, being grounded is definitely going to help you out. However, when you look at it from perspective of being mindful of what you say, what you do, how you carry yourself, it would reflect. When we say overconfidence, it would reflect in their body language. They walk like this. And that's like, hey, is he even aware of what he's doing? So for that, I will recommend you a book, okay? This interesting book, The Power of Now, which makes you be in the present moment. And that gives you a perspective to be mindful of your actions, of your words, of what you do. Some people think that there was saying all those words that I'm great, I'm a champion, I'm unstoppable. Isn't this making me overconfident? No, it is not. It is not, right? We might think that it is making me overconfident. However, it is just building your inner voice. And that has to be there. When you have to grab opportunities in this competitive world, you have to have a strong inner voice, else you'll always step back. You'll always step back. So overconfidence is what people would, the way like people label it as that, oh, this is overconfidence. If you're like mindful of what you're doing, for someone who would watch this session or being a part of the session might say, oh, he's kind of overconfident. He doesn't even know what he's saying. But that's their perspective. And I'm okay with that. We have seen a lot of people across the globe who have made big in their life. They had audacious goals, and the way used to claim that, we want to change the world. People doubted them. But now they say, oh, you know what? We knew that he will do something in his life. That's how people work. Again, the fear of being judged. Right? So back in class 12th, you guys would have been said that, okay, he will not do anything in his life. And when you went into IIT, oh, I knew that Harshit will do well in his life. That's how people would say. That's okay. So the learning being that when you accept yourself, when you know what you are doing, that's like confidence for me. That's overconfidence also, that's completely okay. But being mindful of what I'm doing. The degrees would differ from like people to people. Make sense?
Yeah, that was a perfect.
So it's a mindset, Arshit. We often go, that, okay, give me some quick tips which I can incorporate with respect to my voice, my body expression, gesture. That's easy. That's relatively easy. The shift in mindset is something which makes a big, big difference. It need not be good in English. Some people have this myth, this bottleneck that I need to be good in English to be a good speaker. It's a big time myth. It's a big time myth. It is just a language. It's just because we were being ruled by Britishers. We have been told that someone who speaks English is a bada admi, and you bloody Indian, you speak Hindi, or you're like a chota admi. All those things have been engraved, have been deep rooted. Yes, English helps you cross like borders. English helps you work in an MNC. That's it. If your work does not require to speak in English, that's okay. That's completely okay. But people have their self-esteem from year to year. Like, oh, look at him. Come on, check out his backstory. He went to a convent school. You did not. That's okay. Getting it? So we often judge a person by the like first appearance. Check out his backstory, his parents, his friends, his environment, his society, his schooling. A lot of things are there. Look at your story. Be proud of it that in spite of being from a like vernacular medium background, you are still here, sharing the same classroom. Feel proud of that. Why not? That is where, when you write down those things, that what you are proud of, what you have achieved so far, these things matter. But we tend to compare that, oh, look at him, the way he speaks. Wow. I mean, he was from a convent school. He had his entire childhood where he was given all the books, all the trainings, everything was there. You did not get it. That's fine. Yeah. So who's next? Who goes next? Or should you can take the lead and we'll bring people on board.
Yeah. Banu Chandu had raised his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Banu.
Hi, Mr. Devas.
Hi.
Yeah, I very much like your talk, and I very much like your what you say about the thing which we have most to focus on, like which we have achieved so far to focus on, and which we don't have, like which we have not until reached yet. So I also wanted to know, like when I mostly wanted to speak around a bunch of people, I wanted to speak something, but when we focus on some words, but we miss most of the words, and we completely change the sentence, and the sentence comes out so differently. So, can you help me on that?
Okay. So, Banu, you mean to say that when you try to speak in front of people, you have some ideas which you want to share, but the appropriate words, the right words don't strike you, and the sentence, the meaning changes. Is it so, Banu?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want to ask.
Okay, got it. Choosing the right words. For example, if I have to describe what I'm holding in my hand, I may not get the exact word that what is it actually. I'd say that I had something which was a bit cylindrical in shape, and it was made up of steel, and used to carry water. That's okay. That's okay, right? Sometimes we look for some perfect words. But I don't understand. You know what you have to say next. The audience does not know. Remember this. As a public speaker, always remember this, that you know what you have to say next. The audience does not know what you will say next. Like right now, you don't know what I'll say next. So even if I change my words, even if I change my sentence altogether, it's okay. The audience has no idea what comes next. Getting it? It's in our head that I had to say this, I had to say this, I had to say this. That is what makes us feel, oh my God, I forgot. Now, to avoid that, you forget, one quick tip. I have this, like sticky notes with me, which I carry with myself. So on a sticky note, write down the key pointers. This will give you a flow that what you have to say. Why do we go blank? Because the mind is looking for a structure. What comes when? The sequence is missing, and that is where the mind feels restless. The moment you have the key pointers on your sticky note, the moment you have the structure, the words that you want to use on your sticky note, you would have a flow. You would have a flow. While you are presenting, while you're speaking, while you are doing an online presentation, keep a sticky note with yourself. Or when you are recording yourself or doing an online presentation, just pull this out. And if you have a mobile phone, stick it over here. The camera is over here. The sticky note is over here. So you can refer this. The world doesn't get to know about it. That's a hack. Okay. So that you don't go blank, that what will I say next? What will I say next? This is just for training your brain that don't get paranoid. That's completely okay. You have the structure in front of you. Once you get used to this, then certainly you can take this off and speak without any reference material. So write down the 3 pointers. Break your entire thought process into 3 chunks. The top 3 things which you would love to share, right? About any topic. If you have to speak about this session, right? The top 3 things which you liked about this session. Just ask your mind that, okay, top 3 things, write them down. If you have to use some words to express yourself, that it was enlightening, it was energetic, it was thought-provoking, whatever the words are, you mention those 3 words and 3 pointers, that's it. Make sense?
Yes, yes, Mr. Devas. Like you said before, I also wanted to know, like, does it have to do anything with the grip on the grip on the language? Like, if I speak in my mother tongue, I will speak very freely and in a fluent way. But if I want to speak in a language which I'm not very fluent with, I may not go like make the perfect sentence and make the perfect impact.
That's okay.
So,
Are you a language trainer?
what?
Are you a
Can you
language
come
trainer?
again?
Are you a trainer at British Council?
No.
What's your core job?
No, I'm still a student.
What's your core job as a student?
Civil engineering.
Right, civil engineering. When you will go on the road or build some malls or some buildings, will you say, Mr. Engineer, please take this raw material from here to here? कैसे बोलने वाले हो? नहीं ना? Getting it? No? That's just one interview, one-time interview. And based upon this interaction, I find you pretty much decent. You can at least communicate your ideas. इतना बुरा हाल भी नहीं है कि आपकी अंग्रेजी बिल्कुल हिली हुई हो, right? You might be comparing yourself with others that look at them the way they communicate. That's okay. That's okay. I can understand. If you're able to express your ideas, which you are, it's just that there's an inertia, there's a hesitation within you. That's why आप खुल के बात नहीं कर रहे.
Yeah, yes.
आप मुझसे हिंदी में कर लीजिए बात, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Again, you know, people often think, hey, how can you speak in Hindi? That's so unprofessional. Why? Yes, for ease of understanding for everyone, we should use English. That's okay. But if I'm not able to speak in English, does it make me feel like worthless? That's the question you have to ask yourself. The world around us will label us, will stamp us. You're worthless, man. Look at yourself. You can't even speak in English. And that gets so deep rooted that you feel, yeah, they're right. आप जो चीज like बोल सकते हैं वो भी नहीं बोल पाते. Getting it, Manu?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Look at the profession, right? Look at the work that you'll be doing in the rest of your life. Even if you forget a preposition or verb, like third form bhi aa gayi, second form bhi aa gayi, it's okay. At least have the confidence to, you know, express yourself. That counts. अगर इतना हिचक के बोलोगे तो जो कहना चाहते हो वो भी लोग नहीं मानेंगे.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Devas.
Welcome. All right.
So we have around 8 more questions. So how many would you like to take, given that we're already...
I'll pick up 2 questions, okay? So 2 lucky people. We were supposed to clock it at 12 o'clock, but it's 12:20. I have a session in the next few minutes at 1 o'clock, so you need to prepare for that as well. So like 2 more questions, then we wrap it up.
I guess Nishant and Vedant.
Your call. No, you would get the bashing from others. I will not. Completely okay with whom you pick, whom you leave.
Yeah. Nishant says and Viru.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, then Nishant, please go ahead.
Yeah. My question was actually related to confidence. I wanted to ask how to deal with the feeling of inferiority complex. For example, in my college, maximum of the people are from big cities and belong to rich families. And we were given high facilities and lifestyle from their childhood. And most of them are extremely talented in some of the fields, have good skills that actually makes you feel inferior to them. And in my case, I'm actually extremely introverted. And I'm actually feel inferior to the extrovert people. And I always feel that I may do something embarrassing in front of people that will be not liked by the society and it will be less socially acceptable. That stops me from socializing. And this feeling of inferiority complex actually leads to low confidence and stops me from participating in many of the things. And just how to deal with this inferiority complex.
Sure. Thank you, Nishant, for sharing this. First of all, you mentioned about coming from a family which is not as affluent as others. So as per you, a person who has money is a bada aadmi. A person who does not have money is a chota aadmi. So your father is a chota aadmi, right, Nishant?
Actually, I'm from a middle class family.
No. I would like to ask you that as per you, is your father a chota aadmi?
He's very important to me, but he doesn't have a big job like other parents have. have, other
So-
students of other parents have.
What matters to you?
What matters to me, actually, what matters to me is actually people like to make friends with people who are with the students who have high status. I actually feel this.
Technically, the person who has a high status, he should feel inferior that he's not born in Ambani's family. They are poor.
Oh,
They are like super poor as compared to the Ambanis. Yes or no?
yeah. It's relative.
It's relative. Technically, you said that you're born in a middle class family. Okay. Someone who was born in slums, he should die then. He should commit a suicide then. He should not even think of growing. Yes, Nishant?
No, it should not be like that.
His father is a rickshaw puller. His like father is someone who just makes things meet, like daily wage basis. You should feel like worthless. Do we have stories in this country of people who have made a mark being born in such humble families?
uh, People appreciate middle class members only after they succeed, after they achieve something big, not when they are actually working on themselves during that period. They are actually less socially acceptable than those extroverts, rich family
Nishant,
people.
would you feel worthy of yourself when you achieve something?
Yeah,
There's one more person who was served everything in platter. He did not earn it.
Yeah.
He did not earn it. He was given something as a part of legacy. Virasat kehte hain.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So do
think
you feel that you have a moment to earn respect for yourself? You have a moment, you have a good chance to build your self-worth that, yes, this is what I earned for myself. My family would be known by my name. Think about
yes,
it.
there will be great level of satisfaction after I will achieve it. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And that
First of all,
other people will not get. Yeah.
First of all, it's you who thinks that being born in a middle class family is a curse, and there are people around you who are filthy rich. That is again relative, what we discussed initially. When we compare ourselves with others, we feel that he's a lucky man, he was born with a silver spoon. He has his own challenges, which you don't know.
Yeah.
Right, Nishant?
Yes, sir. You're right.
Second point which you mentioned was about, I missed
Uh,
it out.
I am an actually extremely introverted person, and I
Yeah, introvert. Okay,
feel
hold on. Who's an introvert?
introvert is person who likes to spend much of the time with himself, not with many people, not socialize with many people. Just have a small group of friends, close, small circle.
The society says that introverts are bad. If you are someone who has the confidence, if you are someone who is social, then it is good. Extroverts, we prefer extroverts. Introverts, worthless. That's what the world says. It's a preference. It's a preference how you channelize your energy. When you spend time with people, extroverts charge themselves up. They're able to charge themselves when they spend time with people around them. On the other hand, introverts, they lose energy when they socialize. That's it. That's it. Given a weekend, you would spend your time reading a book, playing with your pets, or being with your family members. Extrovert would prefer to go and meet people, socialize, hang out with friends. That's it. That's just a way of recharging yourself. It has nothing to do with confidence. It has nothing to do with being good or that he's better as compared to extroverts. So all those who are introverts out here and who have this thought that I'm an introvert and I don't stand anywhere as compared to extroverts, every job has a requirement, understand, Nishant. In terms of sales, we need extroverts because the job requires you to talk to people, to socialize. That's it. As an engineer, we'll prefer introverts, man. There is a book around introverts, the power of introverts. Please read that. You realize that introverts are highly focused. They can sit at one place and focus on things for a long time. You can see that a lot of researchers, a lot of technical folks are introverts because it helps them. It helps them build great solutions. Extroverts, they lose their focus very easily. So capitalism on the energy. जो हमने किया था ना अभी, that activity of your skill set, what you are like capable of, what you have done so far, or whom you have helped, all those activities.
Yeah.
Kindly write these things down. That as an introvert, what strengths you have. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, sir. But can you repeat the name of the book you shared about?
Power of introverts. The power of introverts.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks a lot, sir.
Brené Brown was the speaker at that TED Talk. You can always check it out. There's only one TED Talk, I think, by Brené Brown, maybe.
Yeah.
Around introverts. Do check it out. You realize introverts are super awesome beings.
Yes. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir.
All the best, Shant. Last one.
And so
Harshit.
Pranava has a question on chat. I think we can just take that question. Really sorry because of time. So can you please give us an action plan to continuously improve our speaking skills, especially clarity and engagement in the long run? So actionable exercises, I think, is what he's looking for.
When someone says, you must have seen that book which says, Angrezi seekhe 30 dinon mein. Have you seen those books? Rapid English speaking course. It will change your world. You'll start speaking like, whoa. And similar thing happens with people when they expect that I'll become a communicator in just next 30 days. It's an eyewash. It's an eyewash. Something which you have been struggling with for more than a decade. You can't expect to flip it off in the next 10 to 15 days. So the action plan that I work on with my students. So we have a closed Facebook group whereby every single day we post a topic on which they have to record their videos. So when they record their videos, they upload the videos in that group and then they get feedback on their videos. That's a process, right? Thousands of people are there in that group. Every day they practice, every day they get their feedback around body language, around voice, around expression. That's how it works week on week on week, or like on daily basis. So you guys can form a group and every single day record yourself using a smartphone, record yourself. That's one thing. Second, what I do with my tribe members, every Sunday at 5 p.m., I meet them live for a session whereby I answer their queries, I teach them something new. So you can always have someone in your group who is good with their speaking skills, guiding you on the new tips and techniques, or take a professional assistance. That's one part. And the third thing which I offer them is access to videos, access to the tips and techniques around your voice, expressions, body language, mindset, which you can work on. So primarily, as an action plan, I would insist that you start recording yourself on a daily basis. You'll be documenting your success story. Today, on day one, record yourself. Pick up any topic, record yourself, and see how it is. Don't delete it. Keep it in that same group. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Everything is documented. You see how you have improved from day 1 as compared to the other days. Getting it? That's one good thing, because today, if you're expecting people to meet physically, it is not clear to me that for how long this would continue, whereby we are remotely connected. So knowing that the interviews, the interactions are happening through the VC, you ought to be, like camera friendly, which many of us are not. We apply filters, we apply a lot of things just to look great. Some of us even go for that lip pouting and all. When they take a photograph, their lips become duck shaped. and I'm wondering that what is wrong. So we just try to look good using filters. So I think if you would be friends with the camera, it would be much better for you to record every single day. And that would actually make a difference. Let me show you a glimpse of how things work so that you can get an idea and start working on something similar. Give me a moment. Yeah, so this is the group which I run, and every single day we have a new topic, right? And then people would record their videos, they'll post their stuff, and then they get the feedback. You see, Vikas Shetty, 390 videos, more than a year, every single day is recording videos. He's from Mumbai. Great profession for 2 days of experience, and people are growing. People are growing every single day. That's how it works. Getting it? So this can be a great way to use the Facebook for practicing. So form a group, and you guys already have a club. So capitalize on that. If you need professional help, we'd be happy to serve you.
That was fantastic. We have a lot more questions in chat, but because of time constraints, I'm really sorry we won't be able to take them now. I'm pretty sure Sir would be happy to answer them if you like, reach out to him personally. So, do you have any contacts that you would like to drop here so that others can reach out?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Apart from the Facebook group.
Yeah, so you can always go on the website or over LinkedIn or Instagram. All the links would work. I can share the link of LinkedIn with you guys.
Yeah.
Connect.
From the club side also, we'll collect all of these links and then send it to all the participants as a message or an email. So that'll be great too.
So LinkedIn is a place where you can connect, and here is the link. Or even on Instagram, you will connect and get to know each other in a much better way.
So with that,
I would love to see everyone on the screen.
If people could switch on their videos for a couple of minutes. Anyone who's comfortable with it.
Yeah. Good to see you. Is this the lockdown look? A lot of beard. Nice. All right. This is good. This is good. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Rahibat, insecurity keep. If you would meet engineers from other colleges, they would feel insecure seeing you guys. Yes? Yes or no?
It's a very relative thing.
Absolutely. You would see someone from MIT, you'll be like, oh my God, he's an MIT man. I don't stand anywhere. That will always be there. Okay, so Vedant, Pranav, Aditya, Alok, Vishwanath, Sumit, DK Singh, Vishant, Shrikanta, Manvi, Meghna, Alok, Nitya, Adit, Nilab, Alan, Rohit.